That's him! That's him! Get him! Fuck him up! We're gonna jack you up! Make him hurt bad! Woo!
Okay, the film I'm going to recommend is not Blade, even though that opening scene that I just forced you guys to watch is one of the best opening scenes of all time. The film I'm going to recommend that you guys check out is They Live. It's a 1988 American science fiction film written and directed by John Carpenter and based on a 1963 short story 8 o'clock in the morning by Ray Nelson. It follows an unnamed drifter played by Roddy Piper who discovers that the ruling class are aliens, concealing their appearance and manipulating people to spend money, breed and accept the status quo with subliminal messages in mass media. Sounds kind of like what's going on right now. I don't know about the alien part, I'm not into the conspiracy theories. But we are consuming more than what we should. The world's resources are not infinite. And basically we're buying shit that we don't really need to buy. I mean, why do you need the latest iPhone 10? Or whatever the fuck they're bringing out right now? Or the latest BMW 18.7 series or whatever the fuck they want you to buy now. You need a vehicle, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you got to walk everywhere. You get a vehicle within your limits, but or you know what I mean. I'm not even going to go as far as saying styling is irrelevant, because I know for one, if I had the dough, I would probably get a half decent car. I'd like to think I'll get an electric car. But yeah, it's all about your choices that you make. You got to think about when you're buying a product, whether it's a car, a phone, a piece of furniture. Do you really need it? Is it something that you really? If it's something that you need, then sometimes maybe you should consider: should I buy it second hand? You know, I feel that in most situations you can buy your furniture second hand. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to go as far as saying, the only thing I would say that you really don't, you might not want to buy second hand is a mattress. But apart from that, buying buying everything else second hand is good for the environment. Anyway, I've gone slightly off a tangent. I won't go say slightly off a tangent. There was a reason why I picked this particular film, because I did want to talk about consumerism. But let's get back to the film in itself. The film is a great film, and even though some of the special effects are going to be slightly outdated because it's a 1988 film, I still feel that the message and the story and even the acting is pretty cool. I mean, there's a few cheesy parts in it, but I still highly recommend you guys to check it out. So that's They Live by John Carpenter. Check it out. If you like it,
hey buddy,
let me know what you think and send me a message.
You gonna pay for that or what?
We can have a discussion about it. Alright guys, on to the next thing. Okay, the book I'm going to recommend you guys check out is The Count of Monte Cristo. It's basically written by the French author Alexandre Dumas. It's completed in 1844. It's one of the author's most popular works, along with The Three Musketeers. Now, not a lot of people know this, but Alexandre Dumas was basically a mixed race guy. His father was a general in the French army, and his mother was of African Haitian descent. The fact that he was mixed race, being a black person myself, it kind of makes me wonder why not a lot of people know about this fact, that he was a black guy, and that he is responsible for one of the most important literary works of fiction in that period. But I'm going slightly off topic because I didn't really want to go and talk about, you know, the race and stuff. In a perfect world, that isn't important, but we're not living in a perfect world. And, you know, I feel culturally, black authors, black filmmakers, black writers are struggling, and the culture is suffering because there's not of a strong voice, as in the status quo doesn't promote, in my view, enough of black authors and filmmakers. Things are changing slowly over time. You know, you got the Black Panther, you got Green Book, and then you got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So, which, even though it wasn't directed by a black person, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, it still deals with black characters. And I think, you know, that the black culture does need a voice, and it will empower and give youth more of a feeling of belonging in this world, you know, as opposed to being an outcast. But anyway, back to the book. The book itself is really powerful, as in what Dumas does is he explores how far you can take vengeance, and he takes it pretty far. I mean, don't get me wrong, he feels, you know, he feels wronged, and he is wronged. The protagonist is wronged, that Dumas created. But however, he takes vengeance to a whole different level. And then at the end of the book, without giving too much away, he kind of, you know, is what I'm doing, you know, is this vengeance that I'm doing really, should I go down this route? So yeah, this book, it crystallizes the thoughts of vengeance that all of us, you know, at some point harbor in our lives. And I think it's important to read this book. It would help you maybe reflect on some of your own views on vengeance. Okay.